Welcome to the Flying Fisher channel, and yeah, for the first video we're heading out to Pitt River, and yeah, thanks for joining us this day. Going to pick up the guys before we head out. I'll see you when they... Fishing time! You guys are very underwhelming. We're driving up to the Pitt River, you know, going to a bit of fishing. We're going to go find the fish that are hiding behind the rocks. We're going to pop them out and then we're going to eat them. I think, maybe, if they're the right size. If not, we're going to put them back better than they were before. Probably not better than they were before, but we're going to try to leave them in a similar state. I don't know why the accent came out right there, but it did.
Yeah.
It don't matter if we sit forever and the fish don't bite. Jump in a river and cool.
Don't you suddenly feel the urge to sing the doxology?
Baby, get ready. Ooh, you and me going fishing in the dark. Lying on our backs and counting the stars. Just moving slow. Staying the whole night through. It feels so good to be with you and me on fishing in the dark. Lying on our backs and counting the stars. Where the cool breeze rolls.
Looks like that'd be a good spot, even for fish right here. Snagmaster Jesse to the rescue. The name's deceiving because you're not the snag master, you're like the snag undoer master. What happened? Like you do. With our wavy, unique shape and combination of whole grains for mouth-watering flavors. The flavor of real cheddar cheese. More like, that's not real cheddar cheese. Is layered into delicious whole grain chip to create this tasty combination. I can practically feel the weight shitting off as we sit here.
Shitting off?
Shitting off. It's just dropping behind me with each bite of chip. It takes more calories to eat these chips than they actually are.
We're down by the Pit 4 dam, and there was a lot of dam water.
We came up on kind of this gravel bank.
It's Jonathan character, right? Struts his frickin' stuff right up to the bank. I'm just thinking like, oh, I'll get out there. This whole early bird gets the worm bit. Nonsense. Absolute trash. And I'm cruising up, putting my walkie-talkie on. I'm making sure my pants are buckled nice and tight.
You know, that's a really good spot. You got this seam and this transition of the bank is going to be really good. And right as I finish saying that,
See Jonathan over there going,
whoa, fish hands! Woo!
Oh baby!
Oh, baby!
And was reeling it in.
Sure enough, he reels in this 16-inch trout. We got some practice handling the fish, and
It was just super colorful. And then after that, I got caught up on a bunch of different things and almost lost the lure like 4 different times. It was down over by the main thing where Jake lost his lure all of a sudden.
whip it back, catch it forward, and there ain't nothing there. I'm just pulling string. I don't know what happened. Jesse got snagged on a bush.
went back, I went forward, I went back, I went forward, and I went back.
And
And that's when it did not go forward.
Got no bite, so went up in this big pool up here, cast a few in, and then Jesse started hiking through this brush, and then all of a sudden he fell and hit his toe real bad.
Have you ever heard of life and death?
yeah.
Have you heard of sitting on a fence? This was both of those.
I hit from a fish, and I was like, bam, that's it. And I yanked it, but I wasn't very deep in the water. And the flies just came up, and then they like triple wrapped on one part of the branch, and then like went forward and wrapped on another part of the branch. And I was like, I'm not gonna be able to get that down from here. So I climb up the tree, you know, do a little Hawaiian man on the tree trunk.
Here.
And I'm like,
The branch is here.
this is the branch, and I'm like, you see this branch? It doesn't look secure. It's not secure.
It was not secure. Did not have Depends underwear on.
And I kind of just relaxed my grip and put a little more weight on that branch, and boomba! Shoo, that sucker went down.
That branch,
Crashing down.
that branch was like 20 feet long too. It just.
The only thing hooking him to the trunk was his feet and one arm.
So I'm just hanging, I'm hanging from one arm above the river. I almost went swimming.
And then we were always talking through these like, oh, fish on, fish on.
I could hear my walkie-talkie in the truck.
I thought it was on him, and it would have been cool to hear it.
Yeah, I know. Well,
But stupid.
I was totally like, oh, he'll get it.
Here, just try to use this.
I didn't take off my clothes for nothing.
I need encouragement,
Yeah,
Jesse.
what's
Hold
that?
on, Jesse, I need encouragement.
It's this
Stand
long.
back and flex your abs.
Is that long?
I can do it! I'm pooping! Ah! What's gonna work?
Yeah. We're gonna move on to the next place. Hopefully we'll catch big ones and we get to have one for dinner.
Hey, what is that?
Oh my god.
What's that? Oh,
Holy shit.
it's a bear!
It was 4 minutes ago. It was over on that bank there. We just reached the Pit 5 River, and I was casting my rooster tail lure into the water. On the 4th cast, boom! Big freaking fish. And I'm seeing him and he's moving, I'm reeling him in, and then right when he got to shore, I reached for my walkie-talkie to say fish on, and this fish straight snaps my lure. It feels like the time that Jake caught his brown trout off the fly, and then it just turned and snapped his. They talked about it for years and years and years. And by the way, he was giving me schlack in the car for being upset. He said, "Suck it up, sissy," to which I say, "Bro, cut me some slack."
Jesse just had the heartbreak of his life with losing that big fish, which we're still mourning that loss.
We weren't really getting anything. Jake like swam across the river and then he started like getting bites, so me and Jesse followed him.
Really nice Pit River trout. Got the white fins on the tips. Woo-hoo! Oh yeah! Oh, that was I also caught a land bass on that spot.
Oh yeah, you did.
Definitely fought it like a fish for like a solid 3 seconds.
16-incher, man. You always gotta love catching a 16-inch land bass.
Because I figured, how long are they actually going to be over there? Should I get my feet wet? Well, I planned out a perfect route to get 0 wet. And first step I stepped in.
Really?
So then I used my Gandalf stick and I waded across the fjord.
There's this nice like little river in well, there's a river. No duh.
Jake was catching a ton. I caught a big one and it was just flying out. Caught it and it like came out of the water, flying around. I was so scared. What did you catch?
And I caught a few trout. Caught a few trout on the.
Okay, you gotta be specific here, dude.
Tell us about the trout.
Just brag about it.
The best one was that last trout I caught, and I thought, you know, that looks like a good spot, and it just looks so trouty. It's such a juicy spot, and I was watching my fly line, and it just hesitated for just a sec. It just went opposite of the flow for just a second, which it could have been a rock, but I just pulled up and it wasn't, and it was just beautiful, super fit. It was like it's like the CrossFit.
Oh, you're talking about
trout.
me?
It was just because he's in the stream, he's in the riffle, and then he fought hard, and I was having a hard time getting him in the net, and I'm trying to like let the boys know, let you guys know that I have some like fish on, and trying to get the net. Now I'm trying to drive too, and so and then I went to to pick it up for the picture, and it slipped out of my hands. And Jesse's the only other person that laid eyes on it.
I
I
saw
mean,
nothing.
I saw
it was
some.
not real. He lost it.
I saw some
It
fins,
was a
but-
land bass.
Yeah.
No wonder it fought so hard.
Yeah.
I didn't do so much fishing at that one. Had a lot of technical difficulties, but we're changing that right now. So the last stop, what a redemption story. So I don't know if you've seen Rudy or Facing the Giants or
Or
Radio Shack.
Read the story of David and Goliath.
Have you read the story of David? I don't know. Have you done that? If you haven't done that, go do that. And go see all those movies, because otherwise you won't understand this story that I'm about to tell you. The context is important.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
Don't quit school.
What's that?
Don't quit school.
Don't quit
Read
school.
Your Bible, especially the story.
So, all right, so you got that. Watch all those 4 movies. Quit school and do drugs. And now we're moving into this story.
That's why we're ready. We got to the spot and I was super excited for some reason. So on the GoPro, I'm running down the hill going, I'm so excited, I'm so excited, I'm so
Let's go
excited.
fishies! Yay! Jumping around and
Fish, 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 fish. Go, Jesse. Be free.
There's Oak Flat, river access, nice big pools. I was tossing in my lure, and I felt a bite in one spot, and I just went,
got up onto this rock, stole Jesse's place, which at first seemed bad, but now it's pretty great. I'm glad I stole his place.
it wasn't stealing, and I was still zilching on the day.
I climbed up in a tree, just kind of, I wasn't really doing anything serious. just, mostly just climbing a tree for fun.
I told Jake, oh, come down, try it over here.
It's a free-for-all out on the street.
And then I cast it out, and then, oh, got one, reeled it in, got it, got hooked real good, so me and Jake were working on it.
And I'd read about some of the pike minnow that were kind of in there that were pretty chunky.
And then all of a sudden, we heard Jesse. It's like, oh, fish on.
Oh, baby! The amount of times that was said this trip, oh, baby!
I know, that's-
insane. Thank you, Zach Turley.
Boom! I caught the biggest fish I've ever caught to date.
Oh, Lord Almighty, that's a squawfish. It's like a 3-foot squawfish. Jesse, this thing is huge.
And all of a sudden, I just see this massive fish go into Jake's net that didn't even fit in the net.
His fin was sticking out.
Yeah.
Did you know
Start
it was a
dealing.
pike minnow when it went into that?
Well, you said it before it got in there, so you ruined it. You ruined it for me.
I ruined the surprise.
I knew it wasn't a rainbow trout. I can tell you
that's
that.
for sure.
I started going towards where Jesse was at, and Jake was going downstream. And then Jesse got another one. He's like, oh, it's a big one, so I bring my net out.
And then I hear Jonathan yelling, Jake! 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 And I look and he's pointing at the ground and thanking God for redemption.
Would you believe it? But I caught an even freaking bigger pike minnow. Like the first one was the biggest I've ever caught, and then I almost doubled that on the second one, and my mind was blown. It was difficult to carry this sucker.
But I haven't really gotten to fish this spot. They're catching fish. I want to catch a fish. So I just started to head downstream. I did some really cool rock hopping and kind of explored, and then got up to this nice little riffle, and I caught a little trout. And then I went down a little farther.
We're hearing Jake say fish on probably 2 times. We completely ignored him. And then I was getting jealous, so I was trying to throw out all these casts, but there was tree cover, so I couldn't really go really far. I was like, I need to get another one.
Got off. Nice size fish. Anyways, I just dropped my nymph in there, first cast. Boom. Had like a 16, 17 inch trout.
Bunch rock hopping down to where Jake was at. We get to Jake and he's like, oh, I think I've caught 4 of them here. So then he said, here, cast it right there. I was like, all right. I cast it right in front of where he's at, and then boom! Oh, I got one. I think it was the 2nd or 3rd cast in that place. Got one.
Jonathan goes, did he show you the picture of the fish? the other pike minnow, it's almost double the size of the other one. And I was like, there's no way. No, you guys are exaggerating. You know, this is the fish story. I caught a fish this big. You know, you held it up to the camera like this. You couldn't even tell the actual size.
Yeah.
So I didn't believe him, and then Jesse was like, oh, you know, I want to see you catch a fish in this spot. And I'd already pulled like four out of there. And I think I was going to catch another one. And I was like, I just want one more good drift. One more good drift. I was like, oh, one more good drift. And I let it sit a little bit longer. Sure enough, caught a fish. And Jesse's wishes came true.
Then we all cast at the same time,
Oh, yeah.
trying to get one,
Tried to snag
and nothing.
each
My
other.
other dream.
Yeah.
Didn't come true.
And I did catch Jake's line, Jake's fly rod once.
That was perfect, because like...
I did a cast directly on top of it, and it just hooked it perfectly.
and a
Perfect hook set.
Literally like an inch closer to you, and it would not have caught.
Yeah.
Then we walked back. Sting and walked back. And
In the dark, climbing over rocks, slipping, tripping.
it
and
wasn't
falling.
totally dark, Mom. It was. We could
It was
still
pitch
see.
black.
It was safe.
I had to ride a Jaguar out of there.
And then dip under this log, and I look over, and I'm like, this is a perfect place right here. Jake's way in front of us. So I look over at Jesse, and I'm like, hey, Jesse, make a cast over there. So we take like 5 minutes to untangle the rods. Jesse makes a cast, and I feel like it didn't even touch the water yet. And this fish comes, I see its belly come up and just hit it. Me and Jesse are like, whoa! And then
Yeah,
Jake's
yeah.
looking like, what's happening? And the fish didn't stay on, but it was on there for a half second and then disappeared. And I felt like Jake for a moment there, because he always does that. He's always like, go right there.
Jonathan fell in.
All
yeah.
the way in.
All the way in.
I see this opening,
We
and
switched personalities there for a minute.
yeah, we did.
Yeah, what happened there?
And it looked like it wasn't that far. It wasn't even really a jump. I could just like shift my body weight onto top of it. So I go over, my foot touches it, but then it slips off the side into the water, and then I like slow-mo go into the water. It wasn't even really a hard fall, and then land in the water. About half my body was submerged. You seen those guys in Star Trek do the what's it called? I don't know. Their faces are half black and half white. That was me. I was half completely soaked and half fine. So I'm an official Pit River fisherman.
Yeah, I was watching that happen. I was like, is he gonna make it? Is he gonna make it? Nope. I walk up to where they put the fish, and it took me a while. I was like standing over it, and I was like, oh, I'm not sure which one is the big one. And then I realized that half of one of the bodies was like in the grass, so I like moved the grass back, and sure enough, the other pike minnow, probably close to like 3.5 feet long, like almost twice the size of the other one. And I stood up and looked at it in amazement, and I just said, holy. And I'll leave that out later. And I was astounded. And then we went back and cut him up in the dark and had some steaks, dude. Spanish style steaks.
Started packing up campsite, then I went to bed, and then woke up and we headed out early. Left just a few minutes before 6, I think.
Was the dream. We were living the dream. We might have peaked. We might be just downhill from here.
Huh?
Well, we are in high elevation.
Yeah, I was just gonna say maybe definitely from here because Sacramento's at like -6 feet elevation.
What an end to the trip.